Huh?
Did you find a soybean source that's not Amazon?
Yeah, I ordered directly from Laura soybeans. I just was like, so I've just been, because I kind of learned as a postal worker that almost anyone will directly ship to you. You know, like if you contact the company, you don't have to go through Amazon. So I've just been doing direct purchasing.
That's awesome.
I'll just have my own warehouse. The Sada Stearns direct purchasing. I'm gonna have too much of everything. Yeah, so the minimum order of soybeans. the warehouse.
The direct
warehouse.
purchasing warehouse.
You could start your own shipping company. There you go.
I'm gonna have to. The minimum purchase of Laura soybeans was 20 pounds. So I have a 20-pound box of soybeans downstairs.
You'll go through that. That's good to have.
Yeah.
I'm totally in support of 20 pounds of soybeans.
Yes. To avoid Amazon, I'm taking big measures.
Take that big soybean.
Yes. Big soybean. Okay. I've got everything open.
Are we going to play?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, last time. Last time in Spiralia, you guys were woken up in the middle of the night by a screaming, frantic Lindel.
Wait, what?
Yes. And everyone was. Even the people that left, right?
Everyone in the entire universe was woken.
By a screaming Lindel.
No, so Xavier came out, and so did you, and I'm not sure if Genevieve and Safkeen did. It'd be up to you guys if you want to see what Lindel's screaming about.
I'd come
I
out
guess
and check.
Safkeen will grumpily poke her head out the door like, what?
All right.
What?
So
Did you hear that? Yeah.
in the hallway on the second floor.
You's already jumped up and run out into the hallway because she's no longer ignoring the screams of her friends since Safkeen told her off.
No longer. We will stand for this no longer. We have listened to the screams for a long time, and now we're going to do something about it.
Safkeen told me off for not immediately coming to her rescue, so now you've got to jump up anytime she hears a scream.
Yeah, now she's gotta. Oh, geez. Yeah. Wow.
She hears a lot of screams in her head all the time, Thomas. She's used to ignoring a bunch of them.
I guess that is true, yes.
To be fair, Safkeen didn't even scream, so, you know.
Just so begrudging.
Gotta start paying attention to these cries for help. All
right, so Genevieve and Safkeen, you guys exit your rooms groggily from the in the middle of the night from your slumber, hearing Lindel downstairs screaming about something. You and Xavier have already joined her down there.
Yeah, I rushed down.
Did Lindel
have I already been hit
on fire or something? I bet she did.
Must be. Let's get down there.
Stupid.
And I've already been hit in the head with the pellet because I run down there after you guys left. I ran down there and I got hit in the head with a stone to the back of the head, just before. So.
Okay,
so
we'll wander
make our way
downstairs.
downstairs.
Okay, so you guys all meet downstairs as Lindel's kind of running around frantically. You can see that the door to the basement area, that tunnel that leads down into the depths, is open.
Did you open this door, Lindel?
No. I was inscribing lift number 439, and I was minding my own business, and then I heard a door open, and I was like, "Oh, maybe you have to pee." But it was weird because it didn't close. It was just a door that opened. I was like, I could use a break. I should go check and see what happened. And I went upstairs, and there were no doors open. And I went to the second floor, and everyone had the doors closed. And I was like, oh, well, that's weird. So I went down to the main floor, and I came, and the basement door was open. I was like, oh, Jen definitely closed this door. And so I poked my head in to just be like, oh, like, maybe someone forgot where the bathroom is because we don't have one. And I poked my head in the top of the stairs, and it was fine for a second, and then all of a sudden I felt a rush of wind, like, go past me, as if someone had opened another door somewhere or something. And then I was like, and then I came back here, and then I started to hear the knocking, and then you came down because she was the first one to respond to my call for help. Guess who's a favorite? And then she got hit by the. And then she got hit. Sorry, I'm really sassy today, guys. I'm sorry. And
Sick burn to Soft Keen.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just a lot of feelings happening in the last week and a half. It's all coming out. And you got hit on the head with the stone just like one of the workers were doing the thing, and that's what's going on. Help.
Maybe Lafayette's down there. Maybe he's trying to get back into the Feywild.
What if he never left the mat? What if we never left the mat? The house, the estate, it's so big, there's so many rooms. He could have been here the whole time.
Well, we could go and look.
It's the scariest thing you've said. I'm going to cast mage armor on myself just right away.
All right. So you has mage armor now. Go ahead and use whatever icon you want to show that you have your armor up.
Because can't see in the dark, she would have grabbed her brigand lantern. So she'd be carrying that, so she'll just like...
Yeah!
Yeah, you wield the Spriggan lantern. Are you going to go ahead and light it now?
Yeah. And
Okay,
she'll sort of sigh and go first because she understands that's kind of her role because everyone else here is a spellcaster, so Seth can go first.
Sure.
So she's just like, I just want to solve what the stupid situation is, and if it's Lafayette, I'm going to punch him in the face.
All right. Your lantern is active. Are you guys, you're going to head down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just walk behind her.
Okay, so marching order, Soft Keen first.
I can't go down the stairs. I can't leave the radius of the spell, otherwise it fails. So I'm gonna just give Safkeen blessings of the trickster. And then good luck. I love you guys.
Okay.
So you woke all of us up, and now we're going without you.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? I'm the plucky magical girl, and you're all supposed to protect me, right?
You is standing behind Sofkeen and is just going to cast out locate creature for Lafayette.
Oh, okay. Locate creature. Let me look that up real quick.
It's if Lafayette is within 1,000 feet of me, I should be able to see it.
Which would be all the basement rooms.
I would think so, down the stairs, right? At least if we're walking down the stairs, if we get closer to him.
1,000 feet is...
He's like, I don't know if that's all the way down. I'm not answering that question.
It's 1/5 of a mile, because Americans don't use the correct... We have the worst measurement system, even for ourselves.
Based on the time it took to walk down there in previous times, it might be a little bit out of range of the spell, so you do not detect him.
Well, not right away. I mean,
but you are concentrating on it, so you have it up for an hour.
Well, let's.
Yeah, a mile is 5,200 feet. So
right. Yeah, so it's 1/5 of a mile down. But yeah, you're not detecting anything right now.
Before you go,
blessings of the trickster do again.
It gives you advantage on stealth checks for the next hour.
Yep.
Ooh.
So, do you guys want to go down stealthily? Stealth.
Yes.
Sure.
With great stealth, you do enter the landing, and Safkeen will be first. I'm going to just put you on the stairs to show the marching order. Who's next?
You know.
Yeah, right behind her.
Yu's right behind. And Lindel's going to stay put. Who's next?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna summon Frank. I'm gonna summon Trevor and just kind of like hang out at the top of the stairs surrounded by Trevor, just hiding like in my snake kind of thing.
Aw.
Okay.
Target.
I got a 19 on my stealth check.
19 on your stealth check. Very good.
Oh,
Everybody else, please roll stealth checks as well.
Dell.
Except for Lindel, you don't need to.
He's gonna stand at the top and yell at us.
Oh! Nat 20!
Nat 20, very nice.
Woo!
23. And you?
4.
4. Okay. Yeah, you slips on some gravel, goes down a few stairs on her butt. Yeah, you stand up,
I'm okay.
brush
I'm
off
up.
the
I'm
dust.
okay.
You're fine. Yeah, you guys make your way down. You walk for about 10 minutes until you get to the bottom of the stairwell and it flattens out. You want to keep going?
Yeah.
All right, you continue to walk down until you get to the familiar kind of crossroads fork where one goes to the chamber where you fought Lithobolia and the other continues on.
I think we should stay together this time. Do you want to
Yeah,
take this room
let's-
first?
Where Lithobolia was? Okay.
Or
It's just right in the doorway, right?
You're going to go to the Lithobolia chamber?
Just to check it out. We're just gonna step in. Does it look like there's no, it's still sealed up, or is there a tear into Otherwhere? Oh, it's not Otherwhere. What? Where's he from?
It was the abyss, wasn't it?
Yeah. Are we seeing the abyss in that room?
No. When you go into the room where you fought Lithobolia, looking down from the like portal entrance, you don't see that fissure anymore. Oh, hey, there's Trevor.
Hey, Trevor.
Let's
Hey, Trevor, hey.
move Trevor off the map there. Linda's
Trevor,
also
hi.
here. I'm gonna do a little bit of upkeep here real quick. Let's see.
I'm gonna be so mad if Lafayette's been hiding out in this house. Just so you guys, that's a phobia of mine. Just so all of you know, I'm okay with the dead, but when there's living people hiding in my walls,
Well,
The
don't
dead
Lafayette's
people hiding in the walls is okay, but living people, ugh.
yeah.
we did have that shadow.
Lafayette's a pretty creepy person, so, I wouldn't
wasn't-
really like him creeping around our house either.
Oh, that's
Do you
so
think
gross.
there's a way to get caught between dimensions though here? Because there was that shadow person peeking and lurking around.
Shadow person? What shadow person?
The shadow
Are you
person leaning in the window. No,
I
I'm
mean-
wondering if that's a dream. I don't know.
Who? What?
I'm so sleepy. Mm.
I don't understand.
Wait, you don't think that was Lithobolia? You think there was extra shadow people in the house?
Well, there was something. It could have been what's his name, Coalchester as well, but he wasn't displaced from his body, was he? I don't know. It's
Why don't we talk to your
Okay.
stupid pixie friend? Maybe he might help us.
oh, he's upstairs in the bucket.
Oh.
In the bucket.
In the bucket?
Mhm.
All right, so you guys are now standing at the edge looking down. You don't see anything really of note. There's not a fissure. There's no one in this chamber that you can see. In the lantern light, you also don't see... Whoa, what happened to Thomas's camera?
I don't know what to talk about.
Oh, there it is. Whoa, okay. That was weird. It was flickering.
It was Lithobolia.
He is Lithobolia.
Oh.
Attack! Okay. So yeah, you
Maybe
don't see
we
anything
should
in this
go-
chamber. Do you want to go down into it?
I think we should go check out the portal chamber. Because if Lafayette's down here, he's going to be wanting to go there, right?
Yeah, I think we need to immediately
He has no
go
interest.
see if he's playing with portals.
And use
Mm.
locate creature doesn't ping anything, even when you're down at the intersection, right?
That's a good point. As soon as you get to the point where you can see that intersection, it would have pinged. That's my
Well,
bad.
then he's down. No, then we're going straight to Lafayette.
Yeah. So it pings in the chamber where the portals were, and you guys make your way down that leaf. When you get to the edge, you see there is
And I would tell you guys out loud, by the way. I know the DM's talking, but
hang on a second.
oh, that asshole is in here.
I feel
Let's
like we
rush
should
in
have
there.
gotten dressed first.
Once it pings, I would drop the concentration on that so that I can just do something else. Let's see.
Huh.
What can I do to the man who's been hiding in the walls? I'm so mad.
What a creep!
Well,
What a
let
creep!
me grab something to put it there for reference room.
Ooh.
Just-
Pretty sure of spot on Lindel when she was having that shower with Genevieve.
Snap. We are gonna murder this man. What is? I have some new spells.
I have a shower once a year, and he was peeping on me.
Ah! I'm telling you, living people in your house so much worse than dead people in your house.
We're all living people, you.
Very creepy.
The secret living are the scary ones.
The secret living. Okay, you don't want them in your
So
house.
across
They're in
the
there.
room, the middle portal, that like post and lintel structure, the portal does not appear to be open. You can just see the stone wall, and embedded in the stone wall is half of a person. Looks like
Oh my
an
God.
old elderly person. They're cut in half, and half of the front half of them, top half of them, is inside the room, face down.
What?
We didn't
They're-
leave.
Is
We
this
closed.
Is it
Lafayette?
Lafayette?
Can someone work this out?
I'll just run over there.
I'm gonna follow in close pursuit too.
We don't have our cleric with us, so I might as well run over and check. I'm good
gonna
at telling if people are dead.
Identify.
I can tell if people are dead.
Can I look at his ears and see if he's half elf or high elf? I think if he's elven.
Yeah, roll a medicine check.
Medicine. Boop.
Wait, do we
11.
just recognize him? Do we recognize him?
Are you gonna flip over the body?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with bodies. You's fine with bodies.
Yeah, you flip over the body. There's still like gore kind of pouring out of the base where they've been cut in half. They are dead. They look like an elderly male, and they are dressed in very fine, kind of oddly elvish-looking armor, but a little bit different. And they have a long, kind of gray beard, wrinkled skin. Your spell, your locate creature spell, is telling you this is what you're looking for, but you cannot recognize the person because Lafayette was maybe in his 30s, late 30s. This person looks like they're very, very old, and by elf standards, hundreds of years old.
400.
Doesn't the Feywild, doesn't time move weird in the Feywild? Like maybe he got out in there and then aged like 5 million years and got chopped.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely tell you guys like this is Lafayette. We all just stare at him.
But how did it get chopped in half? Do you think the portal closed on him? Can portals
It
do that?
looks like
Chop people in half?
He's literally sliced from a portal closure.
Search his pockets. You know, the half of the pockets we have.
He doesn't have any. He's gonna go the top half of his body.
Yeah.
It looks like there might
Breast
be
pocket,
right. I'll let you go ahead and do that.
shoulder pocket.
Who wants to do this?
Not me. I'm not touching him.
I mean, I'm okay with gore. Is it investigation to search his
So
pocket?
just you by herself?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
No, thank you.
That's right, Safkeen. Good job. Bad juju.
16 plus 8, 24.
You find a lot. No, let's
I
see.
really don't mind gore. She's just digging in there. She's pulling his
Yeah, pulling
intestines off.
entrails.
Looking at parts.
Yeah,
It's a mess.
it's fine.
This is an old warrior. They have scars on their body. Looks like from countless battles. The armor they're wearing is also kind of roughed up. It looks like they've recently been in some sort of a battle. But there are older ones as well that looks like they have been kind of like touched up and polished over at times. So the armor and the person are both probably highly experienced, at least, or been involved in lots of battles in their time. Let's see.
any other clues to us that this is Lafayette,
Yes,
like old
yes.
Lafayette?
Yeah, so when you found the corpse, they were face down with one hand in front of them. When you flipped them over, the hand is still clenched, and it looks like there's something inside the hand. You know, pry it open.
Yeah.
All right, you pry open the hand, and it looks like there is a tooth that has been filed down to a point. And where the hand was lying on the floor, you see your name carved in the dirt of the floor. YUU.
Huh! What a creep!
Well, I think he came back to give us a message. Do I recognize what kind of tooth is this?
It looks like a humanoid tooth.
How? This is weird, though. He was a book-pushing academic. Like, he looks
Well, maybe he had to learn fast. I'm going to give this tooth to Genevieve. Does this mean anything to you?
You use it for chewing, I know, but...
No, I mean, it's... Why would he have it in his hand?
32 of them.
It's a tooth.
You's gonna open Lafayette's mouth.
And look
Just
at
look good, a good gander.
Yeah, there's a fresh wound where a tooth has been yanked out forcefully.
He pulled out his own
He doesn't have
tooth.
any other way to make scrolls in the dirt besides his tooth. Why didn't you use his finger, his fingernail, or something?
Can I wrench the jaw open? Is it anything stuck in his mouth?
No, just like the rigor mortis is starting to set in, and you have to like actually break the jaw to open it, and the tongue slops out a little bit, and there's a little bit of blood inside, and yeah, that one hole where the canine tooth.
Well, she's playing with his jaw. Can I touch the wall to make sure that the portal's closed and check that out?
Yeah, you touch the wall, and you just feel the cold stone wall.
Is that like circle thing that was in the ground? Is that still there from before?
Yeah. The thing in the center is still there, but it doesn't look like there's anything frozen in place.
Jen, you could check and see if the cups have been moved that we were using.
Yeah, let's go. I'll go over to the.
Sorry, Jenny.
That's good. I'll go over to the well and start to look and see if anything looks.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation. Off is great, thanks.
Investigate the little well.
I've got good investigation. 24.
24. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of sediment that's you can see it kind of kicked up in the water. And the ladle is sitting on the edge of the well.
Peculiar, though. I still have this tooth in my hand, so I'm going to put it in my pocket and then listen carefully to whatever you was about to say.
Oh, well, I was going to say that after I take a nice long sleep, I could use that tooth to talk to him.
Oh.
Or we can cut his head off and take that upstairs.
I thought you could you reanimate half of him? I'll give the tooth to her.
Reanimate the half? He doesn't have any legs.
Yeah.
He's gonna flop around like a fish.
Yeah, but if we prop it up or something, I mean, you can talk to the dead, can't you?
Yeah, I can speak to the dead, but I don't have that equipped right now because I didn't think it was going to be useful for tonight. So in the morning I can talk to him.
You can just talk to him, right?
No, I don't have to reanimate him. I can just talk to him.
Okay.
But I'm saying I can't do it right now. I was prepped for battle. Do you guys remember that we fought a demon this morning? Am I the only one who remembers that we started our morning off with a demon fight?
No.
So sleepy.
Anything else strange though? Can we look at the floor? I'm gonna just be snooping around, check out the floor for anything that looks unlike what we had left it in after a battle.
Sure.
I mean, let's be honest here. If Lafayette's dead, he's not going anywhere. We can go sleep and come back tomorrow in 8 hours.
We can just drag his body upstairs. You can lift this, right, Sofkeen? Just pick up the top half of his body and try to shove it in Sofkeen's arms.
You pick up the top half, and all of the guts just kind of pour out of the opening.
Pick that up. Please don't make me pick that up. No, we can leave him here. He's not going anywhere. He can stay there. Please.
fine. You guys are so sensitive. I'm gonna slosh him onto the floor.
I still want to look at the check if there's any other
entrails on my life before.
Seriously,
Are
guys,
you
yourself
gonna, like-
warriors.
Are you gonna prop him upright? So,
Style in the corner.
yeah, just prop him upright and set him in the
Sure.
corner.
Stick him in the corner like a doll.
All right,
Big
half,
dead
half
doll.
a person. There's half a person now propped up in the corner, dead.
I dig up half of people all the time. Just slosh the gore off my.
This was a little more fresh than what you're used to working
It's just
with.
a meat puppet at this point. He's not in there anymore. See? Just knock on his head.
But he's recently dead, so this happened not long ago.
I mean,
That's
he was
true.
alive this morning, so it's been 24 hours.
He was also about 50 years younger this morning, or 100 years younger. I don't know how elves work.
About 250 minimum younger, I'd say, and maybe 300 years.
Oh,
It's pretty impressive his teeth are still intact, all things considered, I guess.
Well,
that means that's a good point, Sofky. That means he ate well in the Feywild, right? No cavities. I ripped his jaw open. How does his health look? How does his genuine health look?
He's dead.
I'm still alive, but I know he's
General health is
General health
I'm
is-
saying- I'm
There's no
saying that
general
he-
health.
his besides the teeth he pulled out, the rest were pearly white.
Other
I mean-
than the necrosis that has started to take hold and the eviscerated nature of this body and the plucked tooth and war wounds and scars, moderately healthy for an old elf.
See, he lived a good life. I'm sure that when we talk to him in the morning, he's gonna just say that he snuck back into the Feywild like an idiot. He became king of the Fey and fought many wars and whatever. God, I hate this guy.
You should make sure that we have the pixie there then, though, when you talk to him, because he seems to have had a good relationship with it and less of one. with
Oh,
you and I.
yeah, that's true.
Your little pixie friend wants to see a half deboweled person.
No, but the ghost of might be okay. You know, if fake creatures are funny, you never know really how they're going to react.
Well, I mean, the corpse is going to probably be talking. I probably shouldn't have popped his jaw open that much.
Also, we're not.
The corpse
putting
must still
Xavier
have a
down
mouth
there
for
because
my-
Xavier
for
will try and take out his entrails and put him in a tube and use it for some creepy.
Oh,
experiment.
yeah.
Xavier's not
I don't
coming
know if we
down.
should let Xavier have access to this.
No.
This is-
No.
I would like
Oh.
to experiment on it.
No.
Are you? I forgot Xavier down here. Did he come down?
Yeah, he's over poking at the corpse.
Go away, Xavier.
Xavier, I could use that in the morning.
Go
Don't
away. No.
Can I use
Take
it in
it.
the morning also?
No.
after
No.
I've used it. Well, I mean, Sofkeen says
No.
no. That's,
Did you call dibs?
No.
I have to have dibs on his head. Working mouth. We need a working mouth.
Promise his mouth will be intact tomorrow morning.
If you take his entrails, they're fresh. They're gonna decompose. You're gonna have decomposing entrails in your laboratory, Xavier.
More
That's
reason to
the
get
first one.
fresh ones so I can experiment them on their in their fresh state. Maybe they will have different properties.
Okay.
Maybe
All
we
right.
should go check
I
on
think, honestly, the sooner I can sleep, the sooner we can talk to this guy. So I should probably just go to bed. Right.
Fair.
Another thing, we're only going to have 10 minutes with him, and we're only going to get 5 questions. So I don't have any questions for him. I don't care that he's dead. Those who are concerned with the Feywild, Jen,
I
you
don't
might want to come up with 5 questions that you would want to ask him.
Okay.
10
And
minutes is
then-
an eternity. The whole fight with Lithobolia only took like what, 7?
I'm just saying,
Yeah, but
5
he's
questions
really
over 10
verbose.
minutes.
Come on.
Yeah, he's a professor.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Try and
what's
make
the-
then-
them specific, probably. As specific as you can. Not
Yeah, the dead,
Okay.
they like to ramble. He's gonna be real vague, I can tell. Especially if he doesn't want to tell us anything.
We should definitely ask, why did you write Yu's name on the ground? Or maybe he wrote it because he knew that you were a necromancer and you could reanimate dead and
Yeah.
find secrets from him. I don't know.
I'm betting that he wanted to talk to me. It's probably why he yanked his tooth out. Now the tooth I don't get. I mean, I have to have the head to talk to him. We should keep it for what? Scrying? I don't know. We'll just keep it. Xavier can have it later.
Yeah, Xavier,
And
have the tooth. That's fine. Not
after we talk to him, I can reanimate him. I vote we name him Napoleon Bonaparte.
No, he doesn't have any legs. How is he gonna move?
I don't need his legs. I just need some of the bones. I'll create the rest. That's kind of my deal, Sofkeen. You've seen me do this before.
I don't think I have, and if I have, I've erased it from my memories.
Oh.
I don't want to
forget Mr. Bone Jangles
in our party. No, all your little creepy friends before all had full bodies.
I created the bodies.
Lost
I
your
just
sword too, didn't they, Seth?
Don't bring that up. You're not there to bring that up. We are not bringing up how much I owe Sofkeen. What a bad friend I am. I mean, Sofkeen just put this idea in her head of what a bad friend I am.
Jen's like pushing them while they're arguing towards the door to get everybody to go upstairs. We're like slowly pushing people towards the door. You can continue arguing.
We're not reanimating him if he doesn't have a bottom half.
No, we can totally. I'll make the. It's fine. I can just attach somebody else's bottom half.
That's tomorrow in the
Ooh,
morning.
if I go to the graveyard,
Just slap them together.
I can just. The bones don't have to match. I just need the bones. Ooh, good point, Sofkeen.
At least make sure they vaguely match, because I'd feel quite sorry for him if he had like tiny little children legs and then.
I could get a little halfway.
It'd be perfect for Napoleon Bonaparte if he was little squat
I
legs.
get him little halfling legs.
Short expectations.
Like falling over and
or-
everything. Stand
You
up.
find a dead horse corpse and just put him on the horse.
No.
Oh.
No. Why do you find
Can
that horse corpses anyway?
Wait a second. Is there a rule about my dance macabre? Do they have to be?
Are you talking to me as the DM or as Xavier? Because Xavier's all on board with this.
It says small or medium. Is a horse a medium creature?
No.
A centaur is a medium creature.
Yeah, horse is a medium creature. You're correct.
Okay,
No.
as you gets up to the back upstairs to the top of the stairs, so just walk over to the front door and grab her cloak. Just slip out the front door.
Where are you going?
Wait. Lindel's at the top of the stairs, holding a Trevor holding a dagger, being like, Sir, what happened? What's going on? What happened?
Lindel, we're gonna answer the corpse. It's gonna be great.
Wait, what?
I'll be
Who's
back.
corpse? Who's corpse? What's going on?
I have
I'll
a
give Lindel the
question. Where is
Lindel's tooth.
where's the nearest horse graveyard? Does anyone know?
What on earth are you talking about?
Kind of close to.
Who would have? We have a graveyard in the backyard, right?
No.
Do we?
Garden.
No, there are no graves. It's just kind of a garden.
Okay. Was Lafayette down there? Was there another demon? Are you okay? What happened? Why does you have blood on her arms?
Lafayette.
Oh,
Why doesn't you have blood on her arms?
half of Lafayette was down there, and he's like 200 years older but dead. And he ripped his tooth out, and he wrote me a message.
What?
Even in death, people think of me. And so here's his tooth. We're gonna talk to him in the morning when I can look at my spell book a little more.
How much of him was there? Like enough of a corpse that I could maybe raise dead? Or like
Just the top half.
Oh, I need all the limbs if I'm gonna bring him back to life. What if we
you want to
open
bring
the
him back to life?
I
I
could.
hadn't even thought about that.
What if we open the portal and get the bottom half of him, and then I can bring him back to life like fully intact tomorrow?
We'd have to find the other half of him. And
Time
considering
works
he's
Right.
in there and came out,
It would just be on the other side of the portal, right? If
Yeah,
the
but it might
portal
be
cut him in
400
half,
years
it would just
older.
be.
It might be
Yeah.
dust. 400 years have passed.
What's that?
Oh,
Taken, Sefkin?
He went into the portal. He went into the Feywild and came
Oh.
back 250 years older. If we go in after and try to find his lower half, which we might not find immediately, we could come back 250 years older.
It could be.
it could be petrified at this point.
That's true. Okay.
Or possibly eaten by wildlife.
Oh.
Like,
If
Oh.
only we had an archaeologist friend with us.
Mm.
Okay, let's see. So Yu's just like standing in the doorway, realizing she has no idea where to get a horse corpse.
Wait a
when-
minute.
Did you guys?
You-
Gonna
Did you,
try up the U,
Isn't Prunus
just
an archaeologist?
close the door. It's like, no, you're going to sleep.
Yes.
You need to sleep. You don't need to go find horse corpses. You need to sleep so you can get your spells. Go to bed.
Because you told me off earlier, I will listen and I will go to bed.
so
You will take off her cloak and hang it by the door.
okay, so Lafayette, lots older, obviously went through the portal. Left. What message did he leave for you?
You. He just wrote your name.
Just my name.
Oh, so he's here. He came back to find you to tell you something.
Yeah, so he was giving me permission to animate his corpse with a horse body, possibly Soft King. We don't know his wishes.
A horse body. Why on earth would you go there?
I don't know. Xavier brought it up, and I thought it sounded cool. I'm also very sleepy.
I have to go scribe room 340 now. You can do whatever you like. I've got to get back to my. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the knockers? There was a rock, and there was the door that opened. Did anything happen with the knockers down there?
The knockers are back?
No.
I think maybe they were just telling us he was down there. Like, knockers aren't bad, right? They, like, take
Well-
care of people.
Well, but I thought they had gone away with Lithobolia. That's the thing. That's why I was confused.
Mm.
I have
Yeah,
a feeling
maybe
that maybe the knockers are not connected to Lithobolia. Maybe the knockers are connected to the house, and Lithobolia was just an unwelcome guest that they tried to alert us to.
Right, and the
when you
knockers
hallow
came
the
about.
house, they're kind of...
I'm not sure what happened to them, but I know that the knockers came about. Remember, we found out that after Kat had made her creation, and it kind of imploded in the mine. That's when the knockers started coming about, right?
Maybe they're good.
Shoot, when you hallow the house, I won't even be able to have my Lafayette Centaur skeleton army, will I?
Well, I mean, I can make an exception.
You should probably protect the house from undead. I could keep him in the garden, though.
He can stay in the garden, like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep.
More like the roof or something. Keep him
You will
outside
just
the
head
front
upstairs.
door. If you keep him outside the front door, he can be like a creepy butler or something, and then people won't bother us because
That would probably turn away a lot of business.
Oh yeah.
well,
in the back.
I mean, we are advertising that we're necromancers. So I mean, what's the better
I've never
advertising?
lied about what I
I'm
am.
not a necromancer.
No.
The poster's very clear. I've always been very honest. Yu's backing up the stairs. All right, I gotta go to bed now. Good night.
That's a good idea.
Stairs.
Good night.
She's excited about getting to talk to some dead things tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to drop something into you guys' journal. It is the map on the Hopsmiller wine and eatery pamphlet that we discussed last time. So this is a map of Hopsmiller wine country. Just a second
Where
for
do
it to upload.
Ooh,
Serious.
Make it available to you guys.
wait, is it called
Mysterious
Mysterious Note?
No, it's called. Oh, yeah, it is for some reason. Hang on.
Mysterious.
Edit that. There we go.
Glorious note.
Can you make it bigger,
I don't know.
or is it just going by
I just-
file size?
I just uploaded the native file.
If you click on it, I think it gets a little bit bigger.
Little
Oh,
bit.
Yeah, it is really small.
I guess all of our notes are small. That must be maybe roll 20
Maybe
sizes
roll
down.
20. Yeah, it might resample the images or something. But I can kind of describe what you guys are looking at. So the main road into Hopsmiller wine country, as it's called, is kind of on the left side, the far left side, and there's a row of trees that kind of obscures this village, this sleepy little lake village that is kind of like the how do I let's call it, like the workforce, the labor force for the vineyards and the wheat fields and the bee hiveries. On the upper portion of that road, there's a row of houses. These are where the bees are kept. And then
Bees.
on the other, yes, for mead, they make
Oh.
mead from honey. And then on the lower part, there is a dock on the lake, and there is a village. And it's very strange, but on this map, it looks like there's nothing really growing in that village. Anyway, up above, there's kind of a cliff that goes up the hillside, and there's these rolling pastures of wheat fields and grape trees, grape bushes.
Vineyards. It's a vineyard.
Vineyards. Yeah, vineyards. It's a vineyard. And the road leads up these rolling hills to a processing area, and this is where the eatery is located. It is also where they store barley and grains in big silos and that kind of stuff up in the high country. And then just up the road from there is the Hopsmiller estate. It just looks like a big ominous castle with these high walls and turrets.
What direction, if we were approaching the Hopsmiller estate, like looking at this picture, what direction are we coming at it from?
You're facing
From this long
south.
road?
The south.
Yeah, this map faces south. This is the south side of the lake.
Well, I just mean like where we have to get up to the surface, right? And then I gotta
It
see
looks
the
like there might be a
surface.
couple ways in. You could either take a boat across the lake to get there from the east to the south, or you could just follow the road. It looks like the road follows the bank of the lake, and you just go past the little sleepy village and up the hill to the Hopsmillers.
On the map of the surface, is this near the pumpkin or the apple?
Let's go to that quick.
South is where the apple is, kind of, isn't it? Near where the bee is?
Yeah, if you look at the Liburny aerial map, it is a little bit further in than the bee. Where the bee is where those bees are kept, up on the upper side. The village is kind of not really where those houses are. Those houses, that group of houses, should be a little bit closer to the bank of the lake, on the southeast side.
By the lake. Gotcha.
And then the Hopsmiller estate itself would be just on the top of that ridge on the south side, just to the west of the bee.
Got it.
And then there is a forest that you have to go through. The road keeps going, and through that forest is where you get to the old town where Liberty City used to be, sprawling up the side of the cliff, the plateau of itself.
Okay. So this image of the Hopsmiller country map is in the pamphlet.
Yeah, that would be the map of how to get to Eatery.
Cool. Okay,
There's
Yu's
some other
gonna
little
take.
details on there too. I'll see if I can get a higher resolution image to you guys.
Okay. Yu's gonna start her long rest.
Okay.
So she'll just go up there.
All right.
So that
Is
I can
everyone
change
else
around.
going to go to bed?
I'm
I think-
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xavier is gonna stave off his curiosity until you decides to reanimate.
What time of
You.
night did you say this happened? Was this like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning?
About 3 in the morning.
Oh, so then you have to long rest again until like 11 a.m.?
Which is about the time your Hallow spell was finished.
Oh, yeah. How convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, like between 10 and 11 in the morning is when you should be able to finish up.
That's a good time.
So you've got about
Does Sefkeen have
7 solid hours to go.
coffee in the kitchen?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. I mean, obviously Lindel knows what tea is, but coffee is like a whole other thing. I bet you.
No, your last name is Tea Leaf, but you have no idea what tea or leaves are for some reason.
Leaves.
I got a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
You found some flour. You found I'll say you found a little container of tea, but you don't find any coffee.
on one of her breaks, she's going to try to make the strongest, most caffeinated tea a tea leaf has ever made.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a. Let's do performance. Why not? Do performance for
Sure.
this one.
She's going to give herself guidance for this.
All right.
You lock yourself in.
Yeah, because I don't have my clackety clack. 17.
17. You make some pretty strong tea. You think it'll keep you awake. You shouldn't have any problem finishing the spell. But beyond
Yeah.
that, you're going to be exhausted and you're going to want to
yeah.
rest.
I'm going to crash. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yep. So you burn the midnight oil, finishing your spell. Does everybody else go to bed?
Sleep.
All right. Everybody goes to sleep for their long rest. Xavier just kind of meditates in his room. And you guys, the morning finds you. The sun starts coming up through the long channel leading out of Liberty to the north. And a little bit of that light reflects off of some of the glass storefronts and the shining facades of Platinum District, bringing a little bit of light further into the tunnel where you guys are at the very edge of Gold District. And the electric lights out in the street, they dim and eventually go out, and people start making the best of their mornings and start sweeping off the frost on their porches, and fresh smells of baked goods and smoked things start to waft through. The ship traffic starts to pick up a little bit as the sleeping ships in their docks begin to wake up. Bells ring. You can hear the shouts of the people at the signal tower just outside your residence, beginning to direct traffic. And what would you like to do?
Xavier was reading to me the last couple hours, right? He promised he would come and read me a book because he only needed to rest for 4 hours.
Yeah, that works. So he pilfers through the library. See if he finds any information. Not really. It's mostly boring manuals.
Okay.
Things about certain metals and their properties, and
Okay.
regaling
Oh,
tales.
that's nice,
of
Xavier. Oh,
people
tell
that
me
created
more.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's on the next page?
I'm glad you're so interested. I will grab another book and continue to read to you.
Oh boy.
He does pull out one interesting romance novel and starts reading it, and it piques your interest a little bit. It gets to some spicy parts, but Xavier just doesn't have the tone, the delivery that it requires. So you definitely want to read this in your spare time again sometime.
Ooh, okay.
Do you remember any names from the romance novel that you heard, Linda? Curious.
I don't know. Do I?
I mean, the book is available. You guys can both read it. We'll just say the book is called
Swamp. Is it Swamp?
it's called Lovers in Paradise.
Oh, okay. Lovers in Paradise.
But there wasn't a Hayden in it by any chance, or a Castor. That's all I was kind of going for there.
No, nothing like that. Nothing that really correlates to what you'd read in the Spiralia Trading Company magazine.
Got it. I'm reading too much.
All right, so Xavier's still kind of reading. You're kind of half paying attention as you finish up your spell. Everybody else is awake at this point. You've got maybe about 2-3 hours to go before the spell is complete, and everyone's awake. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you guys had to sleep until... Yeah, you had to sleep until it's finished. So is there anything you would like to do before the spell finishes, Lindel?
Nope, just keep inscribing, I don't know, the 648 glyphs that I've got to, and...
All right. So you get to
make
number
sure I spread out.
It gets to the point where now you have to complete the portions of the spell that require your input. So, what would you like your Hallow spell to do?
Okay. So, You touch a point and infuse an area around it with holy power. Area can have a radius of up to 60 feet, and the spell fails if the radius includes an area under the effect of a Hallow spell. The affected area is subject to the following effects. First, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undeads can't enter the area, nor can such creatures charm, frighten, or possess creatures within it. Any creature charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed upon entering the area. You can exclude one or more of these types of creatures from the effect.
Okay, so would
Second-
you like to exclude?
So,
You gotta have Fae,
so
right,
what-
for Xavier?
yes, so what I would like to do is I would like to, and I don't know if I can do this or not, but I would specifically like to exclude not an entire group of creatures, but I would like to exclude any members of Short Expectations and their, how would I word it? Not their associates, but any members of Short Expectations and their summons or their followers, maybe.
Okay,
Does that make sense? Like
because
if,
at the time you cast the spell, you have to decide what it excludes. I'm going to say that you have to be a little bit more specific. You can try and make it extend to vague companions if you'd like, but I'm going to have you roll an Arcana check to see if you can extend it to such a vague description.
that's fair. So definitely the members of Short Expectations are included,
Yep, that's no
excluded
problem.
from that. And
Yeah,
we'll,
you can
no,
make-
I'll just leave it.
We're getting a phone call?
My dad.
I'll just leave it the specific, so we can just make Lafayette Tabonia a member of Short Expectations, and he would be excluded from the spell, right?
You can just do. You can pick Lafayette if you'd like, because it says, or more of those types of creatures. So I'm just gonna say that if you name them, if you know what they are, then sure enough. it's
Okay,
fine.
so like Frankie and December Diamonds and Trevor and all the creatures that we know that currently are members of Short Expectations, including like CC and Leomander, and Legend.
Trevor.
Yeah,
Well,
Trevor
everything like
Kumo, Krampus.
Mr. Colchester? Does that count? Does he count? I don't know what he is anymore. He has a tentacle for an arm, so.
Ellis Colchester, Cat Colchester. Oh my gosh, he's my other character. What's his fucking name?
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, Charles is fine.
Charles, yeah. So I'll just kind of like make a brief list of the people that like are within our inner circle, including our and Xavier's Fire Snake.
I can't remember that fire stick's name. Do you guys?
He mentioned it in last session, but I can't. Mercury, yes, yeah, good remembering.
Yeah, Mercury. Okay.
Mercury. So I'll just kind of go through the list. And later on, it says that we'll get to the next part of the spell, but it says that I can like set a password for someone to be not affected by the things, and so I'll set a password to indoctrinate a member of the Short Expectations.
Okay. So what I want you to do for me is just type out a list of the specific people, creatures, whatever that you want to exclude from the effects of the spell, and then also if you could just type out that password for me.
For sure. There you go. Okay. So I'll type that out in a minute. And then the second part is
and you can think about it. You don't have to do it right away. You can think about it and send it to me by our next session. Just so
deal. I will definitely do that because I don't know what the password is going to be either.
That gives you time to remember people and stuff too.
Yeah. Okay. Secondly, you can bind an effect to the area. You can choose from the list or an effect offered by the GM. Some of these effects apply to creatures, yada, yada, yada. Excuse me. so there are lots of cool effects listed.
This spell can do a lot, so...
Yeah, and one of the effects that I love the idea of is tongues, especially if, like, we're, like, a detective agency and, like, someone walks in and, like, I need help, but we don't know what they're saying, and then, like, tongues can let them talk to us.
That's a good one.
That's true.
But I think what Linda, and I think I messaged you about this before, David, so let me know if this is possible, but what I think is more important for Lindel is the idea of protection from divination magic, because she knows that she can cast scrying, other people can cast scrying as well. So what she would like to do is the following, and again, let me know if this is outside the bounds or whatever the case may be, but I don't want to block any divination magic. What I would like to do is anytime someone casts divination magic, so like scrying or clairvoyance or anything like that on within the radius of the Hallow spell, what they see is essentially a loop reel of an average day in the Short Expectations household. So they would see like you studying her spell book and like Safkeen cooking in the kitchen and Jen like practicing her bells and Lindel would be like, I don't know, scribbling in her book or something. Xavier's doing some kind of like nondescript experiments so that like anytime someone scries on the house, they feel it's successful and they see this loop reel. So even if we are doing something suspicious in the house, they would see like a loop reel of nothing particular happening.
Have you been
so
in
Does
a
that make sense?
Is that what's going on?
So what I see here is in D&D mechanics, this would be twofold. It would be partly protection from scrying, and then partly the illusion magic to show people that nothing's amiss. And this would
Okay.
the restriction I'm going to give is this would play regardless of whether you're in the house or not.
Yes, no, that's absolutely yes. So even if I'm like walking down the street and someone like scries on
And
the
they're like,
house,
"Wait a
they
minute,
see
it
me
says-"
in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
So
Exactly.
so
Okay.
there's that caveat. Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's fine. So I will allow protection against scrying while within the house. Nothing can be scryed on in that bubble of your Hallow spell from outside it.
Any divination magic, so like not just scrying, but like clairvoyance and those other divinations, like tracking and whatnot spells.
Hang on a second, because
Like
Hallow's only
a
spell. So...
like a non-detection spell is only 3rd level, and that blocks all divination magic.
Scry is also 5th. I will say that anything 5th level or below, it can
Okay,
block.
yeah. Any divination magic
That's
5th level or below results in this
loop.
classic spy movie loop.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, I'm also going to say that it's going to be very difficult to scry from within the bubble because of that same protection.
Interference.
There's interference.
Right.
Okay.
It would cause interference. Other things as well might not operate properly, things like sending stones.
God damn it. We have a
But
garden.
you'll have to take that risk. And the risk would be a dice roll every time you do it with a DC.
Oh.
The DC won't change, but there's a possibility of failure if you try to do that same sort of magic from within the bubble, outside the bubble.
Does Hallow extend to our garden?
Yeah, I said it would extend out to the fence.
So if I move my scrying font like into the portal room, then that's fine, right? Because it's outside of the range.
Right. Well, your little secret area beyond it is outside the range.
Okay, so my secret area is outside of the range too, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just make sure to relocate my scrying location, and then that'll solve the problem. Okay.
Oh,
yes.
I can't keep undead in the garden then?
Move from the game.
Yeah, according to this, you will not be able to have undead exist in this bubble unless he excludes it now.
And well, yeah. So you can put them into a bag of holding and then bring them down into the basement and like do stuff with them there, and then put them back in the bag of holding and then take them wherever you want.
In a hand, you have.
So it doesn't go down to the basement.
No, it stops at the top of the basement stairs.
Right. Yeah, it cuts
Okay.
off where the avalanche zone was.
That's why I couldn't go down the stairs with you.
Okay.
So you can do all your necromancy stuff in the basement.
Ooh, I get to make a lair.
Yeah.
Right.
Need a
Yeah.
lever.
You could turn it into a necro lab and just have corpses everywhere down there if you wanted to.
Yeah, a little bone garden. I gotcha.
Does anyone have any? So obviously Lindel would especially if you guys are all awake, Lindel would be like glyph 342. So this is what I'm planning. Glyph 343. Does anyone have any concerns? Glyph 304, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
you guys
does
are all
anyone have
awake and waiting
Yeah.
for Lindel to finish the spell, giving her any kind of requirements that you guys might have.
Yeah. Does anyone have any disagreements or problems with what I've proposed?
Seems fine to me.
You cool with dead things in the basement? Yeah. Cool. All right.
Could be.
I guess you would also be looking over her spell book at this point, trying to speak to the dead, looking over the details
Sure
in her
thing.
mind.
Let's see here. So, all right, yeah, I'm gonna allow the protection from scrying goes both ways, and other divination magic 5th level and below goes both ways. You guys can try it. You'll just have to succeed at a DC skill check, to be able to pull it off. You'll still have to expend a spell slot to try, and then the tongues effect. So you guys will all be able to understand each other inside the bubble.
I can get the
even
tongues
if you
effect
don't-
as well?
Yeah, you get that too.
I thought it was. That's what I thought. I was like, instead of the tongues effect, then I was getting the divination magic.
Oh no, not at all. You're getting good at this stuff. You spent the entire 24 hours on this, so I'm not going to limit you. But I do need you to mark off the herbs, oils, and
Yes.
worth of incense that you consume with the spell.
Yes. Let me get
And
rid
when
of
the
all
spell
that.
completes, the sigils on the floor in the study kind of burn into its surface and then disappear. And all of a sudden, you guys can speak any language and understand each other, and it's really fun.
How does you feel? Is there any tingling? Is there any?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing
That's good.
strange to her body.
Nothing strange. No demon blood gets burned out of her. No.
Nope, nothing at all. I feel just fine.
Okay.
Well, we had things to do today, if I remember correctly.
I'll just snap my book shut and be like, "You got 5 questions, Genevieve?"
I do, but didn't you want to go to the spell shop first to get that thing for the box? The dimensional blah blah blah.
We should talk to the dead guy first, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to go to the Feywild today, right? We can just talk to him and then go to the shop.
Yeah, we're just gonna see what he wants, and then we'll pop to the shops, and then we'll go try to find a hookah. All right, let's head downstairs.
Let me get the pixie first. She's gonna run up and grab the bucket with the vial in it and bring it down.
Okay, yeah, you grab the vial. You guys head down all together. Xavier joins you guys as well, and you head down to where the corpse is still propped up kind of creepily in the corner. Entrails kind of dragged across the floor from the entrance to the Feywild.
Jen's gonna stop first at the other door that led to the abyss portal to open the vial, so she can kind of prep Dee Dee about what's coming.
Okay, yeah.
Dee Dee.
Sure. You pop the cork, and a little poof of that pink glitter comes out, and you see the rush of energy expel as December Diamonds in all of his pixie glory comes out and looks at you and, oh, Genevieve, hey, what's up? Hey, morning.
I have
sure.
I have some kind of weird news for you. I'm not really sure how you're gonna feel, but I feel like maybe you should hear this from me.
All right. What's up?
So, Lafayette.
Yeah.
He's really, really dead.
Whoa, he's dead. What
Like,
happened?
Sliced in half through a portal. Apparently, like half of his body is just here.
That's sad, bro.
It is. So
Oh, well.
we're going to chat with him right now. But I thought you might like to at least see this and see what the hell is going on. So just
Wait, he's dead? How are you gonna chat with him?
Well, we have a necromancer, and she's gonna do some creepy shit.
Sweet. Who's a necromancer?
Oh, you. I don't think have you met her yet?
Maybe?
Mm.
Which one is it?
Really.
She's the really spooky looking one. Dark. Embroidered dark.
How
Where do you
boring.
think-
A necromancer that's dark. That's real boring.
Well, you know how they are. It's kind of their bag.
But where's this dead guy? I want to see
Okay,
it.
come with me. Just follow me. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hughes already dragged him out and propped him against the center wall.
Yeah, the pixie kind of takes a beeline straight for the corpse and is buzzing around it. And like, oh, that's so gross, dude.
What is this? I was just trying to bat the pixie away.
Wait a minute.
Silver diamonds.
Why is he all old and stuff?
That's a good question. Doesn't time work differently in the Feywilds?
Yeah, I guess so.
So helpful.
Touch him.
Glad you're here.
This is
You know what? I try to do what I can. I feel like I'm a pretty helpful dude.
Hughes trying to like get the jaw back aligned where she popped it yesterday.
December looks down and he's like, a little bit to the left.
I don't need your help. Get out of here.
Just pull it apart. Just pull it apart. It'll look funny.
Ugh.
You may have found a kindred
Okay.
spirit. Ooh.
Get out of here. You're not helping. Try to align the jaw and then Hughes gonna roll up her sleeves.
He swoops down
Yeah.
to the pile of guts and like pulls up an intestine and starts swinging it around. This is so gross.
Before you do this,
Stop that.
Yeah.
you's gonna cast Speak with Dead, right? So I'm not gonna prepare that one today then. But before
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it.
So before you do here, I'm going to give you enhance ability, because you're the one doing the talking to him, and I'm going to give you Eagle's Splendor, which gives you advantage on all charisma checks for the next hour.
Oh,
So
if
when
he
you're
tries
talking-
to.
So when you're talking to him, you will be extra convincing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And when you light your incense to begin the material component of this spell, December Diamonds is transfixed. He flutters over and just sits on the ground next to the little cone of incense that's burning and filling the room with a pleasant smell, and he just stares at it.
I usually don't use incense, but that's okay. I pull out my obsidian dagger.
Ah, okay.
I have a arcane focus.
Yeah, if you're just going to
But-
use your on-cave
but-
focus, that's
I mean,
fine.
if we want some incense for December Diamonds, sure. Pull my dagger out and just slice the air. Get back! My entrails. I need those for later. Stuff it
Aw,
back
you're
in
no
there.
fun! I want
Yeah.
some too!
Go find your own corpses.
No, don't. Please don't do that.
I guess I could go and make some more corpses.
Or corpses.
Make some corpses.
He starts to flutter towards the exit.
Oi! Aren't you going to talk to the dead guy?
But corpse. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Can I ask him
animated-
a question?
Absolutely.
Not yet.
How many can I ask him? Can I ask him 10 questions? 20
Think about-
questions?
2. I've got a few. See if any of them overlap.
Like, why is he so dead and stuff?
That's a really good question.
I'm
Why
going to
did the
ask him,
portal
why are you so
close?
dead and stuff?
Not
Right.
because
But why?
what happened in the portal?
And I don't
Okay,
understand.
wait.
Why did the portal
Oh,
close
hang on.
on him? I
I've
don't
got an outfit that's
understand.
perfect for this. And he flutters back over to the little test tube and bloop inside.
Cool.
All right, everybody. I haven't cast the spell yet. But remember, we only get 5 questions. So I don't want December Diamonds over there yelling out random questions and wasting them. Wait, no, I'll be the one talking. I'm only going to use the questions I deem are useful. Yes,
Do you want to
Lindel?
know the questions I have? Oh,
Yes, we should discuss the questions first time, but just as a warning, the first time I cast Speak with Dead, don't ask how are you. It's a very irrelevant question, and it was my first time casting it, and I wasted my first question. So just that's not a good question. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
How are you
I
doing?
agree.
Don't ask any of that.
No.
got it.
I have cast a spell before, but I agree. Those are useless questions. Even with the living sometimes. You don't really need those.
December Diamond's head just pokes out of the test tube and looks around, and he's wearing like a Sherlock Holmes cap. And he says, "Don't ask any yes or no questions." And he pops back in.
Oh, he's so smart. I actually think he's growing on me.
No, he's not. I could have told you that.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, so you guys discuss your questions, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sufkin
I
does
have
not
five
like the pixie. Not only did he steal and insult her cookies, she just doesn't like it.
She
Like
can
he's
I like him. I think that's
So what do we want to know? Like, what was in the Feywild? What happened in the Feywild?
I wrote.
That's a pretty open question, right?
Well, what were your goals in the Feywild? I think is an important one from him too that we didn't really get.
Okay,
from
so
him.
what were your goals in the Feywild, and what actually happened in the Feywild?
I wanted to know what the source of
Okay.
the portals was. Like, where did these? Does he know where the portals in this house came from, or who built them?
Sure. Who built the portals? That's a good
We
one.
want to know how he
How
died.
did you die? Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
See, and not how would we word that? Like, what killed you, or how did you die, or
Well, wait, he came through. We know the portal cut him in half. So is the question really, why were you returning?
well, but like, why
Why were
did the
you
portal
coming
cut him in
back?
half?
Yeah.
Like, the portal.
Why-
Did the portal fail? Like, why? If this is a
But why
faulty
did
portal, we need to get it fixed.
But why did you
Maybe
come
we
back?
should
and-
ask what
Who was
happened to the portal.
Maybe it's under warranty. I don't know. Like,
Why did you attempt to come back? I think is a
Yeah.
because like why come and leave me a note at all?
yeah, you can
right?
even just start off with, what did you want to tell you?
Oh, what did you want to tell you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what did you
that's-
want to tell me?
That's why I said, why did
Right,
you
just
come
open it up and just let him. What did you want to tell me?
Okay. Okay, that's a good one.
And can we have your cats if we promise to take care of them?
That's
No, useless question,
No, that's
Jen.
not-
He's already got it. You get the cats.
how many cats can we have? See, open-ended question. There you go.
Jen, Xavier and I will steal the cats. We don't even need his permission at this point.
What did we tell her assistant? Like, now that he's dead, what should we tell his assistant?
Like, do you have any messages for your assistant or
Not do you have,
have
because that's a yes or no, but what should we
Oh.
tell your assistant?
what messages do you have for
Your assistant or others on Liberty?
Sure. Yeah,
like
yeah.
assistant for anyone here, yeah.
I'm posting these on Facebook.
Okay, I'm just writing them out in my notes.
Yeah.
What were your goals in the Feywild? Who built the portals? What did you want to tell me? Which I'm going to start with what did you want to tell me? We should probably get that out of the way.
That might change the track, right? If he tells us something like crazy, we might have to change the questions to like go along
Yeah.
that track.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Can we help with what's going on in the Feywild? But that depends on what he says, right?
Yeah.
Who? What?
Okay, I've got four questions. The other one it might be based on what he tells us.
Yeah.
When we
Did
did
anyone have any
promise-
other ideas?
December Diamonds gets a question too.
Oh, I forgot about him. Forgot about him.
Great.
It's got to be worth it, December Diamonds.
And remind me about the spell. Once it's cast, can it never be cast again by anyone, or just you can't cast it again on him?
Ooh, is that what it says? Is it by anyone? Let me see. Because
There's
I
a
can't.
limitation to it, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a.
We could ask him, like, where are all your riches? Like, where's all your money and magic items?
Oh, okay. No, it says if the spell fails. I didn't know it could fail. No, it's just an action. What does that mean? How could it fail?
Oh,
I think
like if
maybe
you don't, if the soul
cross
isn't willing?
If they're not
Oh.
dead.
Oh.
Oh, if they're not dead.
That would be the way for it to fail, very clearly.
Because it says here.
Pretty dead.
Oh no. Okay, the spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. So that's the limitation.
Every
It can only
10
be
days.
cast on the corpse every 10 days, but I can
Okay.
cast
Right.
it again in 10 days.
So we'll keep him on the mantle, and we'll keep like a calendar,
Oh,
and
yeah.
every 10 days we can cast it again.
I'll
On a
keep in my
side-
bone garden.
If you have gentle repose, Thomas, you can
Oh my
cast
God.
that on him.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Let me see if I can prepare that, because we can
What is
keep
it?
him.
I used to
That's a
play
really
a
good
death
idea.
cleric. I used to
Oh.
all the time, and then talked to the dead people. Later.
It's normally a wizard spell, but I'm gonna see if I
I
can.
think it's a cleric spell, no?
I have 10 minutes.
No, you're right.
10.
It is a cleric spell. You're
then we
right.
just
I'm gonna
do it.
prepare it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll do the speak
Let's
with
talk
the
to
dead,
Lafayette.
and
Yeah.
that'll probably be it. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No,
No,
that's
it's
fine.
I need to go to bed as well soon. So.
So I was like,
Alright.
10. 10 is a good number because that's exactly
Okay. So Yu's gonna roll up her sleeves, push them back, and pull out her dagger, and she's gonna say "Kelfej," which means "wake up" in Hungarian, and cast "Speak with the Dead" on half of Lafayette.
All right. So use eyes.
Back in the jaw back.
spell.
Like,
Yeah, it should go.
Use eyes as she says the word and begins to cast the spell, begin to glaze over with this kind of smoky black liquid. And this liquid is actually seen in the corpse's eyes as well, as they all of a sudden just open and they're just black over. And you begin to see the same kind of smoke come out of the corner of one of the lips, and then all of a sudden is sucked back in as you hear a guttural
Okay. It looks like the spell took. Lafayette,
We got our questions, you.
it's me, you. What did you want to tell me?
We need you.
Oh no. I'm waiting. He doesn't say anything else? One sentence?
That's it.
Oh dear.
Mm.
That kind of wait, I gotta turn. Wasn't that kind of should I ask who we is? Do I say which one next? Which one next, guys?
what happened in the Feywild?
I think that's a good question. It should give you some.
Okay, all right.
What happened to you in
Lafayette,
the
Lafayette, what happened to you in the Feywild?
Fighting creature.
Oh, good.
Land was scorched. City fell.
What was that last sentence you said? City was moved.
City fell.
Fell, I think. Ooh, that didn't sound. That's not good.
We don't know who he's fighting either, or what was being fought.
No. Should I ask why he came back?
Well, he came
Why
back
did
for
he?
you. Obviously, if they need you.
Should I ask why he needs a necromancer?
Why do you need me?
What do you need me to do? Like he said, we need
let's-
you. So what do you need me to do, or what do you need me for?
Yeah, let's do. Okay. Lafayette, what do you need me, you master exorcist, for?
You defeated Lithopolia. Your talent is needed by the Gate Watch.
bet
The
there's abyssal
gate
creatures. I think we need to find out where these about. Oh no, this is so many.
Wait, is that 4 or
Genevieve?
3? That's 3. Okay.
That's only our third. Yeah. Genevieve, what the heck is the Gate Watch?
I have never heard of the Gate Watch before, but we have gates here in our house, so maybe that ties back to it.
Or is there guards on the other side of this gate? Or maybe the gates of the city? Or
Well, there were giants which could have been guarding them, but I don't know if they were.
you could ask what is the route, or how do I get to the Gate Watch?
How do I contact the Gate Watch?
How do I contact the Gate Watch?
But wait, before we ask him, we got a few minutes here.
December Diamond shoots out of the test tube, covered in the garb of a 1800s detective, and he flutters over to the corpse and immediately asks it,
Please don't
"Dude,
ask.
why did
how
you
I-
die and stuff?"
Does not count. Doesn't count. I'm just gonna hit him out of the air.
The corpse doesn't respond as you swats it out of the air, and December flutters back around and starts kicking the corpse. "Answer me, dude! Come on, answer me!"
Very useful, Genevieve. Your friend is very, very useful.
He's
In a
Lafayette's
tight spot.
friend to begin with.
I see the detective act isn't gonna work. I'll try something different. And he pops back into the test tube.
You was thinking real hard.
We had
because
said
she
what
didn't
were your
defeat Lithopolia.
what were your goals in the Feywild originally? Like, what were you trying to do in the Feywild? Because he said he was trying to solve the corruption, right?
Right, and it obviously didn't work.
What is the
We
cause
could
of
ask-
corruption in the wild?
Yeah. What is causing the corruption? You could ask that.
Okay, and then we get one more. Oh, should we ask about who the Gatewatch is? Okay, I'll ask first. Lafayette, what is causing the corruption of the Feywild?
Oh.
Lithopolia started it. It has evolved.
So it's demonic. Okay. That wasn't a question, by the way. That was me making a statement. That wasn't. It went up as a question, I think. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Lost Thomas.
No.
Okay, on a quick side note, by the way, I don't know if you heard my mom when she came down, but we're not having dinner till 6, so I ended up
Oh, okay. All right.
5 minutes.
All of a
I didn't
sudden,
know-
Lindel just pops into the Feywild and disappears. No.
No!
Ah!
Okay.
However, I'll probably need to go in about 10 minutes because I need to
Okay.
sleep.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
finish up this part.
Well,
And then,
I'm sorry. What was the answer to the what is causing the corruption?
Lithopolia.
Lithopolia started it.
It has evolved.
It has evolved. So we're it's demonic. There's a demonic corruption, which, I mean, he's right. It's kind of my forte. But he
You gotta
doesn't
say
really know that
Lithopolia
I
told
I didn't defeat Lithopolia. Dog ate him. There's a kind of a difference.
You got rid of whatever you did. You got rid of Lithopolia. So
You can banish things, which is important.
I don't know if we want to take Dog into the Feywild, but that's a different discussion. We'll discuss that later.
Maybe, how do we get to the gate, or how do we get to the Gate Watch, or how do we?
Yeah, how do we contact the gate? I think that's an important one. Like,
'Cause,
who are
like-
the Gate Watch? How do we contact the Gate Watch?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Is that okay? Is that okay for a fifth question, Jen, you think? Or
I think you should go for it.
okay, all right. Lafayette, how do I contact the Gate Watch?
enter the portal. Cross scorched fields. Avoid the abyssal giants. Find the perimeter wall.
Very meteor.
Okay. I guess
Find
then
the
the spell
prisoner.
would end. Yeah.
Right. So at this point, you see the eyes kind of slowly shut, and the mouth as well. The smoke begins to pour out of its facial orifices and sinks into the earth, and the corpse again goes limp.
Well, on a
His
positive note, he's
eyes
much more
return to normal.
dead than he was alive.
Wasn't expecting any of that. We really kind of abandoned the Feywild, didn't we?
Don't know necessarily what he was intending to do, though, or what he wanted from it. We still haven't figured that out.
See, Garamond always told me you can never take a single day off. This is your job forever. It's in your blood. If you take a day off, everybody dies.
Who's Garmond?
It's
Garamond.
It's a different story. So it's kind of hard to just pop to the shops after hearing that the Feywild's fallen.
Well, it hasn't
Yeah.
Caramon, like Safkim will like whisper into Lindel, like Caramond's like her adopted father figure person thing.
Like what backstory details? Oh, cool. Oh,
And that's all Safkim knows about Caramond is that he's some
her
sort of
adopted father.
weird
Does she like him or does she not like him?
Mm.
Okay.
Can I hear them?
Got
Yeah,
around to
you can
asking.
hear
that,
Probably.
He's dead, so I like him okay.
Oh.
December Diamonds pops back out of the test tube, now dressed as a sexy woman in high heels, and flutters over and starts shaking his hips at Lafayette's dead corpse. Hey, sugar, how about you give me some information?
Did this work
We'll
when he
just
was
let
alive?
He,
Oh, did it?
he taps the corpse with his high-heeled shoe and looks back at you. Oh man, he's dead, isn't he?
Mhm.
He was already dead.
But I look so nice. I thought
Were you
He did.
guys dating? Was this a
I-
thing?
I thought he'd respond to it. Guess not.
Oh.
Well, that's a shame.
Oh.
I'm gonna go home. And he
Hey, wait,
flutters
Dee
back
Dee.
over.
Dee Dee,
Yeah,
do you know anything about the Gatewatch?
no.
Okay.
What's that?
Apparently, Lafayette's been fighting like a lot in the Feywild, and things are pretty bad.
I don't know. I live in a test tube.
Fair enough. Enjoy your tube.
Okay. And he flies back in. The pink
Oh.
glitter and dust also goes back into the test tube, and he disappears.
So Jen, what?
Mm.
Remind me again. What is the backstory with December Diamonds? How does he know Lafayette? Did Lafayette summon him? Did he create him?
We haven't really gotten that out of him, but I know that he was working on research on the Feywild with Lafayette, so I'm guessing a lot of the information, seeing as he's not telling us much about what Lafayette understands of the Feywild, came from his contact with December Diamonds.
You said they
Did
were
he
writing a book together?
They were. He was helping him edit his book on the Feywild.
So did Lafayette trap December Diamonds?
That hasn't come up yet. He seems pretty happy living in that tube. Although
Just
not at the
because you're
moment.
happy living somewhere doesn't mean that it's genuine. It could just be he doesn't know any different.
Mm.
Well,
Well, it's something to ask him next time. I don't know if he's even been back to the Feywild or if he was even originally from there. We'll have to find that out.
One day was 200 years at least in the Feywild, and we've slept since then. So it could be 200 years since he came through the portal, or it could just be 2 minutes. We don't even know how time is passing on the other side.
I think
Yeah.
Game
within
of
2 hours? Or?
It could be anything. Because I was in the Feywild, and when we came back, it was only a few hours later.
Well, it's
Not
wild
200
magic,
years.
right? I mean, it's chaotic, and things work the way that they want to there. It's quite different.
So
Jen,
if we risk...
you would know from your time at the College of Glamour that there are certain places in the Feywild that have developed countermeasures to the time jumps, the weird passage of time, the chaotic passage of time. If they have direct dealings with the material that operates on a very different kind of time. So there are places with bubbles around them that operate on similar time, but the Feywild itself, the wilds, are very chaotic as far as their time. You've been to places that have, had experienced 200 years of growth overnight, but other places that seem to have the same passage of time.
So there's lots of variety. It depends on the nature of what's there and what purpose it's serving, I suppose.
And the Feywild at large does not care about the material plane.
Oh, so we don't have to care about the Feywild. That makes you feel better.
We don't need to care about it at the moment. It's the source of so much magic and intrigue and mystery in the universe, but you have a friend to save from death, possibly, and a genie on the loose, and a snake monster that's going to kill us. So, I mean, we've got some stuff to deal with.
Right. And now that Hallow's done, if we never leave the house, we never have to worry about the Naga.
It is a plan. It's a plan. I wouldn't say it's the most moral plan, but
I thought.
Well, Lindel, do we want to take this guy upstairs and prop him up on the mantle? You wanting to?
Yeah, I don't know. I can cast Gentle Repose on him if you like, but it will prevent him from. It prevents him from decaying for 10 days, but it also prevents him from being undead for 10 days.
Which is kind of the perfect amount of time. Because right when it expires, you could cast a
when
spell on
Gentle
it again.
Repose finishes, you can just talk to him again.
Yeah.
That's true.
So once he gets a little ripe, you'll know it's time to talk to him.
Well, he won't
And then after we talk to him
so he
again,
won't get any riper than he is now.
Well,
True.
he'll take on a smell once the spell wears off.
Yeah,
Where would we put him? Like, where would we store him?
we don't have to deal with him. He'll be stinky down in the basement.
He can't
What
stay
about-
in my
Wait.
room.
What about in Cat's lab? Because it has the tunnel we could close.
Yes.
Oh, in the
I don't
airlock?
I don't mind a corpse in my laboratory.
Oh,
That
not
you can't
You don't
use
have
him,
to
Xavier.
blame Xavier, so it's fine.
I meant above you, Xavier, though, in Cat's lab, not in your space.
That's part of my space.
Kind of adopted it.
Just-
It's better. Just let him have it, I think.
Wonderful. That must be nice.
Yeah. Well, Xavier,
Okay.
if you want to haul him up there, I'll just put it in
Sure,
Xavier's
I'll
arms.
just before we go, she pulls a pinch of salt out of her pouch and she'll sprinkle some salt on the corpse, and she'll take
Seasoning?
2 copper pieces
Seasoning.
and she'll put 2 copper pieces on the eyes, and she'll cast Gentle Repose.
Okay.
And the exactly they're like not stick, but they magically like adhere to the eyes, and the spell takes effect.
All right, very good. And that also extends the time limit on when you can raise it from the dead if you do want to try to.
If we find the legs,
If you find the legs, that's correct.
yeah.
I mean, you can
The
still
legs
raise the
of
corpse without the
Lafayette.
legs.
Legendary.
Well-
It says it automatically fails if there are limbs missing. So
okay. Yeah.
I feel
fair
like
enough.
from belly button down missing, like that's a. Unless you
I
stitches it back together with someone else's legs, and then we
You know-
try. I don't know.
As a DM, I'd kind of allow it. It's that kind of campaign if you wanted to try to raise him without his legs.
Ew.
It's a
It's a horse
very
body.
yeah. There's not much reverence for dead
Ooh.
bodies in this campaign, so
Maybe if I cast Dance Macabre at the same time, we could just give him skeleton legs.
there you go.
Like he would be alive on top, and then he could have skeleton legs.
You could also try to pull his soul out after you reanimate him and put it into Seb.
I could try to do that.
We don't like
Okay,
Lafayette.
Frankie.
Or
Even
Frankie.
worse.
Yeah. Or Frankie.
What?
Even
What?
old dog.
If he was in Seb, he would be like a robot. Like
Yeah,
A murder bot.
he would. I feel like
A
he would
murder
murder
bot.
us.
A,
He
a
doesn't
murder
like
bot.
us.
Not just a murder bot with access to all those portals.
Yeah, we better
Right,
not.
and without a voice box, so that probably would not be helpful.
And potentially with 300 years of memory from the Feywild. So
So you just
Yeah.
need to get us a fresh corpse that we can put his soul in.
No, we need to find a snail and then put
Snail.
the soul in the snail because then it can't move very far and we'll always be able to catch it.
I have an idea. All we have to do is find a strong druid, and we can get them to reincarnate him into a new body.
I like the corpse idea better.
Oh,
You know, December Diamond said he was into making corpses. Don't know what that means, Jen. You should probably keep an eye on him. But if he makes one around me, then I'll just use that.
Why don't we put Lafayette in one of his cats?
But thank you. That's what I was thinking too.
and
How
much like the passage of time in the Feywild,
We're just down here bickering about this corpse.
well, I was gonna say much like the passage of time in the Feywild, it's very chaotic as to the nature of the morality of the Feywild, as far as like killing things and that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. I figure you can't trust a pixie. You knows that. She's got very high arcane level. She does not trust pixies.
Yeah,
So
from
I'm gonna
everything you guys have read about the Feywild, Fey creatures care more about fun than they do about morality, and to some of them,
Yeah.
killing things might be very fun.
I love the idea
my
of putting
best
him into a
friend.
cat. I really think that's really like that idea.
Put him
Yeah,
into
but-
the fattest cat that he owns. in town.
And inside your mansion, you would understand cat.
Oh. Well, and the thing is, if we needed to be guided to the Gatewatch, he could guide us there if he was in a body.
Right,
But
he's
even
in a
without
living
him,
body.
get all the cats. We can talk to all the cats, and we'll know all the stuff he was researching and doing.
The cats and speak to them.
Smart. Let's just bring all of his cats to the mansion and look at them.
You guys just want all the cats.
Have a cat
You're
army.
gonna have a
When they
cat
die,
army.
you can bring them back and have skeletal cats. It would be amazing.
I mean,
Oh,
that
but would you say they would be angelical cats?
Ooh, angelical cats. Angelical cats. Let's have Xavier take the body upstairs.
Yes,
We're all
I
walking
will
upstairs,
prepare
right?
the body for transport, and he wraps his vines around the body and begins to drag
Ooh.
it up
Make sure you
the.
get all the organs. We need all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
don't
forget
worry.
this one.
I will
Hey,
leave
Phil.
no samples behind.
Samples.
Yeah, he gathers up all of the remains and begins to drag them up in a cocoon of vines.
And what is your soul wrenching ability, Seda? You can.
It's a homebrew ability, and it's my tattoo. Where is it?
Oh, Soul Rend.
We added it on here. It's the opposite. So, like, I can. Where's my tattoo?
So
Did
it's
it leave?
it's a two-part thing. So exorcism is one thing where you pull a
Right.
spirit out of something, like a soul or a spirit out of something. And while you are still in control of it and captured it, you can put it into something else, and in a sense, give it a new host. Yes. Kind of like what she did with Lithobolia, but then killed the corpse that she put Lithobolia
that was the
in.
first time I'd ever done it was with Lithobolia. I have this exorcism homebrew, and that's just because I'm an exorcist necromancer. So he wrote me the spell for exorcism, and then I asked, well, if I've already got this soul like in my grip, can I just shove it into something else? And then he let me roll to try. So
and she succeeded with Lithobolia. So in theory, she could do it.
So in theory, if we
Yeah.
speak with dead, you could just pull it out of the right because his soul is there that you're
Wait,
speaking
is that what I'm
with.
doing? Bringing his soul in? Well, yeah. If I cast exorcism on him when he's there and just try to suck him out, That's a good idea. And here, I found it. I was like, why can't I find exorcism? It's under my attacks. Oh, it's under spells. It's under attacks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but are they both concentration? I'd have to drop one to grab the other.
Well, here's the thing, lore-wise.
Yeah, I can pull a possessing creature from its host. So if it's a host in its own body, I can pull it from its host.
If it's something that's already dead that you're reanimating and bringing the soul back, you are depriving Ordog of a meal. So you might get a little bit of resistance.
I mean, I didn't kill him though, so I didn't send it to Ordog. I didn't kill Lafayette. But I only send the things I killed to Ordog.
But Otherwhere is like purgatory. So if that soul is living in this purgatory and you pull it out, you're taking that power away from Ordog. So
you might have to make a sacrifice.
If I speak with dead or I raise dead and then you pull the soul out.
Yeah, we could try that.
Right, because it's a different deity, so maybe it would work different.
We could also just go to the temple and pay for them to spend a 4th level spell slot on reincarnate.
If they have that ability.
Mm-hmm. We could find Nathaniel, the missing archmage, and have him reincarnate Lafayette.
Is Nathaniel, is that...
He wrote a book.
He wrote a book.
It is on my list of side quests.
I'm going to say that this type of magic is not prevalent in my world.
Reincarnate?
Things like time travel, reincarnation, bringing people back from the dead. That sort of magic is very rare.
So don't get aged into a 40-year-old, guys. It'll really mess you up. Still so better.
You got restored, didn't you? I think
to like 27.
To 27.
As a 16-year-old.
Okay, I do need
actually,
to
yeah. How many days has it been since that happened?
I don't know. I have to go. Have a lovely day, guys.
All right.
Thank
you.
Bye, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Have a good dinner.
Okay, we'll go ahead and end there, everybody. So, Thomas, just send me a list of the people and exemptions from the Hallow spell, so that we can keep ourselves honest on that one. And
perfect.
Then, yeah, Lafayette, his corpse is sustained right now for the time being for 10 days and is in the laboratory. And we'll pick up from there. It'll be midday, like noon to 1-ish, about lunchtime.
Okay.
We got to run to the shops, and then yeah.
And I need to sleep.
Yeah, you haven't slept.
Right.
I'm so tired.
Okay, so if you want to take your long rest, you won't be able to get up until about 8 at night.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm wondering is, like, should Lindel have a long rest while you guys go do shopping, or should I, like, just try to stay up for the rest of the day?
Just keep in mind, anything you do after this 24-hour period, you run the risk of becoming exhausted, depending on what you're doing, and it will hinder anything that you do process.
That's fair.
Well, unless something kicks you a nutritious, tasty meal.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't need to role play going to the shops if you just want me to roll for things later.
Yeah, sure.
I'm the only one going. It's just me and Xavier. It doesn't even involve.
Well, and
Brian,
Lindel would give you like a big handful of gold and tell you to go buy the emerald seed from the magic shop.
How much? Because I have a list.
How much gold do you want to give you?
If we're doing this now, 1 second. How much gold does she have?
Because you got to go to bed, so.
Yeah.
I already wrote that down. I already wrote down shop for emerald seed. See, I had a shopping list. Okay.
So here's what she'll do. She has a special pocket on her haversack. That's where she keeps all of her gold, and she'll just give her haversack to you while she's going to bed and be like, "This is the pocket for the money. I trust you. However much money it costs to buy the emerald seed, go for it."
Okay, so
I'm
all
going to
the
bed.
money in your inventory is going to be in use inventory. You don't have to bother transferring it. We'll just
No.
remember.
But you, if you want, you can look at my character sheet and you can see how much money I have in my equipment.
Yeah, you don't have to
Okay.
transfer it over unless
I'll
you're
do
going to
that.
plan on stealing
Yeah.
it.
Yes, but yeah, she'll
No,
just
we're
give
not
you instead of taking it out one by one, she'll just give you the bag and be like, "This is the money pocket. I trust you. Emerald seed is what I want. Please and thank you."
She must be really sleepy.
And if you can, buy a blue Yule log for Genevieve. I promised I would buy her one. It's at the Horticulturers Guild if they have extras.
Cool log. Okay. For
Blue
Jen.
spruce. Blue
Blue
spruce.
spruce. Blue spruce Yule log, please.
I'm looking for an electric bath for Xavier too.
Yes.
He's so
I'm going to
busy.
I don't-
bed. Love you guys.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's Lindel. That's just like.
That's
Yeah,
Lindell.
good
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and end there unless anybody has any other upkeep stuff. We can always pick up next time.
No.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
that's game.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers.
Goodbye. Bye, guys.
See you next time. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.